Eggs, milk, and rent are way too expensive, but you still want a project car. Here are the top 5 sports cars under $2,000. The Honda Civic.
LX.
It's a good car. It's got a 4-banger VTEC that goes around.
Oh yeah.
Especially straight pipe at 2 a.m. Those are the best kind of neighbors.
Those guys are awesome.
It's got a 1.8 liter making 160 horsepower, but it's very light, so it feels faster than it sounds. And it's got a little 5-speed manual transmission that goes because you're under $2,000. But if you're really careful with it, it'll probably last another 100,000 miles on top of the 200,000 mile vehicle that you bought. My first car, it was a 1994 Honda Civic EX.
EX?
EX.
Ooh.
310,000 miles.
Ooh, perfect. Not even broken in yet.
I was so scared it was gonna fail that I never took it above 2,000 RPM.
You drove really slow.
That's subjective. I drove it with reliability in mind.
Ooh, okay.
Because I couldn't afford spark plugs or anything else. So. Yeah. The other thing about specifically the Civic and anything in this price range is you buy it for $1,000, $2,000, and then you might put money into it to make it fast, make it what you want it to be, but you can still sell it for $1,000, $2,000.
Yeah.
The depreciation doesn't mean anything in this price range, so it's a really low risk type of adventure.
Yeah.
If you're trying to learn how to wrench and you break the windshield with a wrench, that I've never done. You remember I did that on the M3?
Oh, yeah.
I had to get the windshield replaced.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's better to do it on a $2,000 car versus the M3. So some lessons learned there.
This one's near and dear. My parents had one. And it's like, it's so close to being, because of the body style, it's a really nice looking car, you know?
What is it?
It's the 1998 Pontiac Firebird.
Oh, the Firebird. I feel like there are movies made about it.
It has that iconic name.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing better than like a Firebird.
Like just like pigeons just with gasoline in the match.
On fire, exactly. It's not a bad looking car at all. It's a great looking car, especially for a first car. You know, it's stock, V6, 200 horsepower.
Yeah.
You know, first time drivers, 200 horsepower, that might as well be 2,000.
Yeah.
That's crazy amount for a first driver.
Yeah. Easy to work on.
Easy to work on. Bunch of room in the engine bay.
In this price range, it's V6, but do they come with V8s?
They came with a 5.7 liter V8 making 285 horsepower. That's a crazy amount of displacement with zero going anywhere. Thanks, government.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me about number 3?
Mitsubishi 3000 GT.
Oh my gosh.
It's a sweet looking car.
It's a great looking car.
Amazing.
This car is iconic because it's peak Japanese drift car culture in the classic anime Initial D.
They do come in all-wheel drive, so if you live in a wintry place and you want to put rust in your little sports car that you're going to be wrenching on, don't recommend it, but if you do, it's a great winter car.
Yep.
They're pretty complicated in terms of wiring, so if this is your starter project car, I wouldn't recommend it. Things can get a little complicated if you upgrade to the twin turbo version. It gets more power and is a lot more fun, but then you got a more cramped engine bay, you got the intercoolers and all that piping that could leak. And then with that model, you also had rear wheel steering.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was one of the first affordable cars to have that feature. And one of the last because people died because the turning rate is too good.
You transitioned to that.
You have to really be able to tune that carefully. Reliability wise, you don't want it to go out like your blinker, right? It just starts twitching on the rear wheel. So it's got a couple fail safes in there, but it's more complexity for you to have to mess with as you're trying to troubleshoot wiring and things like that. So buyer beware, but if you're aware of these issues, it's an awesome, awesome starter car for a really cool looking sports car.
This one's one of my favorites, and I actually wanted one when I was growing up before I knew what real sports cars were. 2006 Ford Mustang. Coupe.
Coupe.
V6, 210 horsepower. Probably only weighs 3,000 pounds. Probably a little bit less. Yeah, it's kind of boxy.
It's still a chunker.
Yeah, it's a chunker. Yeah. It's a chunker. But, you know, it looks good. I like the way it looks, especially that in the yellow. It's great looking car.
I hate the yellow.
Why?
Oh my God.
This is a 15-year-old. He wants to go take his girlfriend to the movies, take your boyfriend to the movies.
It's enough horsepower to be somewhat dangerous, but a lot of fun. But you really have to put the pedal to the metal, do a clutch drop to be able to get those crowds going. So you have to work for it, but it's not just there where you blip the throttle and they're gone. So
it's not a maximal, efficient crowd evacuator.
Yeah, it has to be with purpose and not by mistake.
Correct.
If you're $2,000, $1,000 in your price range, you're gonna have to wrench.
Yep.
And if you're gonna have to wrench, you're probably looking at upgrades. You're probably looking at maybe, can we toss a bigger engine? Can we toss a bigger turbo?
Yep.
Can we toss an eBay turbo? Who cares? It's a cheap car. You're gonna sell it for as much as the junkyard is gonna pay for you to give them the scrap metal.
Right.
There's no risk. With that in mind, why would you not want the lightest weight possible with the best suspension geometry possible, type of a car that can handle whatever power you want, with a super reliable engine that with about a $6,000 rebuild is brand new and is gonna last you 100,000 miles of drifting, of track days and full abuse. I'm talking RX-8, folks.
Ooh, best sounding one too on the list.
You can fit such big turbos. Yeah, they have apex seal issues, but the amount of boost that you can crank in those guys is amazing, and anybody likes the.
Oh man, who doesn't like a rotary?
There's a cult following behind having to fuel up your tank, but putting a little bit of oil in.
Don't go anywhere without your oil.
Right.